Hello, everyone, and welcome to Unit 3 of Philosophy 350 WI, Philosophies of Sex and Love. I am Dr. Patricia Gross, Assistant Professor of Philosophy at Finlandia University, and this unit is titled On Monsters and Masturbation. Just to show you right here, if we look at where we've come from, Unit 1, the question was, what is love? When we're thinking about love and what's the nature of love. And Unit 2 was on the origin of love, and specifically on Greek conceptions of love. Many of these conceptions of love that we've been talking about have to do with romantic love, but the nature of love outside of desire. What does it mean when love is desire is a very important question. Now we're moving on to the question of what does it mean to love and desire and to have sexual desire without another person or without a body. So this week with our Monsters Week, and we're talking about what is it to love in general. This beautiful image is found here at this link. I just had to include it. We're in week 5 of our 8-week course, and this week is titled Monster Mash, Dead Love. And some of the questions that we're going to be thinking about are, like, what is love and what is sex? And is physical closeness necessary for desire or for sex? I think this is very relevant to the times we're living in now. So your readings for this week are a little different. They're not from the book. They're a couple short stories. And one is I Am a Zombie Filled with Love by Isaac Morton. And one is True Love by Isaac Asimov. It is just a coincidence that they're both called Isaac. There's a bonus viewing of a film this week. It's not required this week because our media this week are these short stories already. But there's a bonus I'll talk about in a little bit, and of course you'll have your discussion board activities. I won't be speaking for very long this week, but I am very interested to see your philosophical analyses of these short texts in your discussion boards. I Am a Zombie Filled with Love by Isaac Morton is a short story that became a book called Warm Bodies that then became a movie called Warm Bodies. In the short story, we follow a male zombie as he falls in love. Love is discussed in the story as well as desire. And the experience of love that the narrator experiences as a human being versus as a zombie is also discussed. I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to say about this story. Again, I'm not, my mother is, my mother is calling me during this lecture. I'll have to call her back. I almost answered it, but I'll have to answer it in a little bit. So I'm looking forward to see your post about this short film. There's a bonus viewing of a film called Warm Bodies, as I mentioned. It's the film that the short story, or that is based off of the short story. So this film costs money to stream. I've included a link on the website to, I think, Amazon Prime, where it is. To earn a bonus on your next essay, watch this film. Then compare and contrast the representation of love and sexual desire between this film and the short story it was based off of. Then this should be about 1 to 2 pages of analysis, and get it to me by Friday at 11:59 p.m. But to go back to the quote that's here, there's no real reason for any of this, but like I said, the world has been distilled. Love has been distilled. Everything is easy now. This is a very particular form of love that's different, that's represented in the story, that's very different from the other forms of love that we've seen and will see. So I really want you to tarry with this idea of love is distilled. There are two, I say film, short story. There are two speaking characters in the short story True Love by Isaac Asimov, and they are Joe and Milton, and there is a giant hornet right outside my window. Please don't make a nest. A hornet made a nest in my bedroom window a couple weeks ago. It was tragic. Anyway, sorry. The narrator, Joe, of the short story True Love by Isaac Asimov, is a computer. And Milton is his programmer, and he's not what we'd call an incel today. That is someone who's never had a relationship and resented and generally hates women because women owe them sex. Rather, Milton has never had a relationship before and is seeking love in a rather duplicitous way. And in the story, we see the development of the relationship between Milton and Joe in a very interesting way. I'm looking forward to your discussion board post about this story as well. I'm getting kind of nervous about my mother's phone call, so I should probably let this go short, as I was already intending to. Here's the prompt for the week 5 discussion board. Okay, and so I'll just go to the actual one. You'll notice that you actually have a presentation to do together this time. And I know that's harder to do, but I believe in you. But if we go to the week 5 discussion board, and you should have everyone's email addresses because I email you guys. All your emails are on the emails that I send out to you. So you have to read the stories. You have the bonus viewing if you want and complete these activities. This week we're learning about a peculiar representation of love that can be found in many forms of media, the kind of love that can exist without bodies. For your discussion board this week, you must make an interactive presentation with a colleague. It would be best if your presentations include voice recordings or video recordings. It must follow the assigned topic below and must be between 6 and 10 minutes in length. The method of delivery is up to you as long as it's posted to the discussion board on time. So, Jody, Brenna, and Jason, you have, I shouldn't really, your first names are fine. So some of you are presenting on I Am a Zombie Filled with Love, some of you are presenting on True Love, and then two of you have to compare and contrast True Love and I'm a Zombie Filled with Love, according to these questions I've given to you about the nature of love. If someone doesn't participate, just let me know. If you're having a problem with a colleague not helping, you can just create your own presentation. Or if your time is so strange this week that you can't do any work, you can just go ahead and create your own presentation and let me know that you're doing that, and I'll give you credit separately. Okay? That's, I think, it for this week. I should go call my mom back, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. Goodbye.